So there they are, one couple to go in this opening group, and they represent Bulgaria. Another couple really gaining experience here. Massive moment for them. First World Championships. Just 19 years of age, Ina Demireva and 20-year-old Juri KURAKIN.
They're really pushing against each other at times here, so they're putting a massive amount of power to try and get the ice coverage, but they're not really flowing together as they should be. So not as much ice coverage, and you can see they're trying to push it. Much smaller pattern on the ice there, and not getting back to the restarting position. So slower. He didn't have that flow and those deep edges they were looking for.
Well, yes, looked a bit of a struggle in places, didn't it? Could have done with more flow, more power, and it looked like they were working hard, but it's all about experience for these two. First senior international for them. They were 24th in the World Junior Championships, so that gives you some idea of the experience that these two are going to gain here.
Yes, and you know, it did sound critical, because it was. The thing about this dance is the couple has to be following each other around the edges. So if the lady's leading, the man has to be following up and around the curve. You can't cut across her, and if she's following you, she has to be following your line. And throughout that routine, the couple were slightly battling against each other on the edges, not really going up and around. Now you can see she's cutting across him. And again, she's cutting inside him. She's trying to get there sooner than she should. The way to get round a circle on ice dance is to go, you face out of it and you get round it. It sounds crazy and it feels crazy, but that's the way you get around the circle. You don't try and cut in, you skate up and around it. And they haven't quite got that yet, so they didn't have the depth of edge. Look here, see the tracings? They're inside the others. They're not out to the barrier as much as the others has been. So a lot to learn here. And that's why I like the compulsories, because you can see the relative ability of the skaters. When they get to the top level, though, it's so difficult to separate them, because they're all doing it almost to perfection.
Well, Ina knows a bit about skating at the top level. Her sister, Albina Denkova, was 2007 World Ice Dance Champion. So massive experience there, and she will know what she's got to do.
Yes, and they had a fall, I think, in the warm-up, so you know, he was leaning backwards, got that out of his system. And it is one of those things, you know, you've got the world out of your the way, and you know what it's like to be here. It's a new environment, you're meeting all the top stars, you're seeing how fast they go, and just enjoy the experience. We've said it so often, haven't we, when people come out the first time, just enjoy being here. But they need to really, you know, have much more power, depth of edge and alignment, and that's why the compulsories are good, because they're training ground for the ice dancers.
Well, where will they fare? It's Weaver and Pojay who are leading at the moment, and I can tell you, looking down, doesn't look to be good news for these two. It'll be 17.75 their total score, so well below their season's best. And That will have them in 4th place, 4th of the 4 that we've had so far. So trying to smile, but they'll be disappointed. So there's confirmation. 4th it is for Ina Demireva and Juri KURAKIN. So they take their leave. It's the first